Welcome to another edition of Writer's Block. Play on words. It's a place for all the creative individuals such as yourself, the writers, the filmmakers, the screenwriters, poetry, spoken word, musicians. And like I've always said, even you guys who sing in the shower, we're here today. We're going to talk to author Shiwana Rucker. And don't want to hold it up any longer. Shiwana, let me see if you're on here. You on there? Hope we don't have any more technical difficulty today. You on there? Well, while we're waiting for Shiwana to come on, she's the author of I Am Finished. It's available at her website, ShiwanaAlatrice.com. That's ShiwanaAlatrice.com. Just scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It'll be available in the description section of the YouTube page, Writer's Block, under Marcus Love. And she's also working on other projects right now, but you can get all of her books, all of her services directly from her website. Right now, we're waiting for Miss Rucker to come on, and I'm hoping I can get her here. They have to resend the link. Let's see. Let's see here. Where is she at? Email her right now. Okay. I thought she had stage fright. She should be signing in now. Cool. That's what's up. Shiwana, my favorite scribe, where are you? You're a fellow scribe. You're afraid of fellow creative people are waiting for you to come online. We've got 2 online here already. Checking the chat room. You guys can come in, ask all the questions you want of Miss Rucker whenever she brings her beautiful self in, whenever she graces us with her presence. Again, this is Writer's Block, place for all creative types to shine. Published, unpublished authors, screenwriters, filmmakers, musicians, the whole 9 yards. If you're creative and you're your biggest fan and you got an ego bigger than God, this is the place to be today on Writer's Block. And again, our guest today would be a Miss Shiwana Rucker. She should be signing in now. She's an author of the book I Am Finished. It's a work of poetry. And she has other works that she's working on, but I'm not going to talk about them until she comes online. And we're still waiting for her. Where is that lady? Let's see here. I'm going to resend her that link, make sure she gets it. Okay. Okay. We are still waiting for Miss Rucker to come online. You guys don't go anywhere. I'm just as excited as you are. Maybe I'm more excited than you are, because I know this young lady. She's been on a grind for some years now. And again, I say if you go to her website, she has all kind of services. She does ghostwriting. She does editing, proofing, whatever you need to get your book published, to get it launched. She's the woman to go see. Website is scrolling along the bottom. It's crawling right there, the lower banner. And it's also, like I said before, it's going to be on the on my YouTube channel, and it'll be in the description. After the show's over, you can go there, or you can go there now. So we're waiting for Miss Rucker to grace us with her lovely presence. You can go there now. Check out our website. The book is called I Am Finished. going to see if she's coming on here live now. See? Okay. Okay. Class helps back in the day. I think there she is. Well, you look like Shiwana Rucker. Well, thank you for coming along. You look good in these Corona.
Thank you for inviting me, Marcus. Awesome.
Yeah, you know I want you on here. I've already introduced you 2.5 times already. We're talking about folks. We're live here with Miss Shiwana Rucker. She's the author of I Am Finished. And it's in her web page. It's on her web page. At the bottom of the screen, you see it there. And again, it'll be on the YouTube. Can you raise your volume up? Can you hear me well?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Can you raise your volume?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You're looking good there, like what you did with your hair. So tell us.
Sure.
Book. I Am Finished. I want to know everything.
Thank you.
Looking on your webpage, all the services you offer to help people in editing, proofing. Tell us, start where you want to start. How did you begin writing the book? I Am Finished.
Okay. Okay, this story is hilarious because I have always wanted to book. I've been writing since 5th grade, maybe.
Okay.
And so actually put my writings in a book, and I started with poetry. And so I was working at a church, at a small church, and this young kid, he was still in high school at the time, named Austin, told me, "You can write a book." I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could write a book. Like, let me see something that you've written. And I had all my poems in a file, you know how we do. We write and we tuck it in a file. And so I showed him, and he was like, "Can you email me that?" And so I emailed him a few of them. And then one day I was just sitting at work listening to some music, and he across my email came this ISBN email. It was like, your ISBN has been your ISBN has no, here's your ISBN. And I was like, how did I get an ISBN? So I clicked on it, and I was like, oh my God, where did this come from? And he came running into my office and was like, you're now a published author. And so Austin actually started me on the journey of publishing. And so I took what Austin started and got a really good friend of mine to edit some of my poems. And I really just threw it together, honestly. And here it is.
Oh, I'm so
The book of poetry.
Actual copy with you.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just thought I'd grab it. And
It's
is
a
there a
lovely
glare?
cover.
Are you getting a glare?
No glare.
I think I designed it myself. I designed it myself.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah, I did.
You
So it's available on
any favorite
Amazon.
poems that you like in there, or is there like a theme to the book, or just?
So here's the thing. My friend teases me all the time about starting things and never finishing. So even though Austin started this, she didn't think that I would finish it. And so um, she was like, you have to name it something about finishing, because you have this thing about starting things and never seeing it through to completion. And so I titled it I'm Finished, and I finished it. And so my thing now is once I start something, I have to finish it. And I do have a favorite poem. You want me to read it?
Please. It's all about you, Shiwana. I want to hear it. We've got people in the chat room coming in. So yeah, go ahead. Give us the title of the poem and go ahead and read it.
Okay. So I'll give you the backdrop, the backstory to this poem. I entered a 30-day writing challenge. And
Okay.
again, I was all about completing this challenge. And so every day we would receive prompts. And I was the only person to actually finish the challenge, which is kind of crazy since I never finished anything, to be the only one to see the challenge to the end. And so this particular poem is called My Words, and it's a dedication to those who beat their dreams down with passion and persistence. Those who dreamed for me to realize my worth, and for those who helped me to reach finished. And so the words are immeasurable. I almost caved in. The reflection of heroes stirred up tears from yesteryear. The image that stared back at me, blank, screamed, "Who are you, girl? What do you believe? Do you even believe?" I had to regroup, dig deep, find my reason to stand. Unknown voices yelled, "Sing your life song. It's yours to sing. So go on, girl, do your thing." I started to sing with the tips of my fingers. The lyrics danced on a page of white. What once was lost had been found. The gift I lost had been found. My wants no longer depend on the anonymous. They saunter on hope and fight fears. They scroll toward the freedom I have. That's what I do. I write. After 2 or 3 days, the words rolled on onto spring-like breezes and white clouds, gradually turning phrases that lit a fire in my soul, reaping the first fruits of my words, my crystal clear core. Began to see that I was never alone. I drowned out the television noise, got rid of leftover regrets, and prepared to fight for what is rightfully mine. Why did it take me so long? Purpose has no time clock. Its expiration is up to you. It's up to me. The questions ring louder with each passing day, and the longer we wait, the more arduous the task is. Think, move, fight, be. The you God created, the me that God created. Kudos to those who bask in purpose. Your rain is pleasant, your laugh melodic. Your sun shines brighter after every storm. You're my motivation to dance, to pray, to move, to sing song, to write, to change the essence of my reign, to help me exist inside of my words, my affirmation, my words, my determination, my words, anti-trepidation, my faith walking, promise speaking, dream chasing words. I live for my words. The end.
Need a 2-drink minimum up in this club.
You so silly. Thank you.
Spoken word. No, I'm out in the LA area, and there's a place called Leimert Park. And after the riots of '92, the LA riots or the rebellion, the poetry scene really kicked up then. It really started, it lasted like between 10 to 12 years. And I kind of missed it. And we used to hear stuff it's all the time. That's why I was so excited to have you on today, because so how many poems did it take for you to fill that book up? Because it just that one poem right there, are you I'm gonna ask the obvious questions, that the inspiration you get to actually write something like that, was it for something personal, if you don't mind me asking, or something that an inspiration? Is it a muse? Is it from somebody that you know? Is it a family member? Or is it all about you? I mean, I just want to know where the where the energy came to actually write that.
Actually, the this particular poem was about me finishing that 30-day challenge, finishing that journey.
Yeah,
And
because you were the first one to finish it, right?
the only one to finish. And so it's just about that journey and me getting to completion. And it's not just for that time. That was just the motivation to write this particular poem, but it's about me continuing, believing that I have the gift to write. And a lot of times I just didn't think my writing was good enough. And now, wow.
All the way from the 5th grade until now.
Absolutely.
So the actual title, "I'm Finished," what's does there any special meaning behind that? Besides that you finished the book, obviously. Is there any special meaning to that?
It is, it, how can I say this? It reminds me that no matter what it is that I start, to get to the end of that. So, I'm finished. Like, I started school. It was taking me forever to finish school.
Yeah.
I was, withdrawing from classes and making excuses, and I needed to finish. And so I finished this around the same time that I finished school. And I was like, I'm finished. It was actually, you know how people decorate the tops of their graduation caps? I had the cover of my book
Really?
on my graduation cap.
And
Yeah.
you have the tassel right over the cover of the book? That's
Yeah, and I
different.
mean, it hung over, and it was just decorated cover. Like, it said, "I'm finished," across the top of my cap, and it was decorated in red and silver, and so it's just a reminder for me that no matter what it is that I start, to go ahead and finish that thing.
Y'all pick up on Finish. It's at her website. Now I put your website in. Am I pronouncing it right? ShiwanaLatrice.com. You use your first
Shiwana Rucker,
website?
my first and middle name.
Okay. Nice website, by the way. I was looking at it all week long. It was nice. I was looking at all the services that you provide. Can you go into it? All the services that you provide for people who want to write like you're doing?
Okay, so yes, to start, I have a degree in English. I have a bachelor's degree in English, which only made sense to me because I'm a writer. And so I edit, and I do copy editing and line editing and proofreading. I don't edit for content because I don't know what's in people's minds about what they write. So I help clear up, grammar mistakes and redundancy and, those types of things. I also do ghostwriting. You have an idea and you're not sure how to put those words in writing. Let me know. Let's talk it through, and I'll start typing those ideas out and getting your finished product. Haven't ghost written a book yet. I do a lot of ghostwriting, on speeches, and when I edit, I change things and, try to get the author's um, words clear so that anyone who picks up that book can understand it. And I help change the wording. I work with the author on changing the wording in that way.
Oh, you do?
Um,
That's included in the service?
yes,
Okay.
yes. I tutor. Um,
Any age group?
I
Is it adults or children or both?
children and adults. My latest tutee is a college student.
Okay.
She has a learning disability, and where her short-term memory is, she doesn't have a short-term memory. So
Okay.
grasping on to a lot of things in school is really hard for her. And so writing was one of those things. And so her mom called, and I am very proud to say that, I helped her um, finish her papers and get a passing grade in her class because she was struggling with writing.
Right on, Shiwana.
And her mom actually, her mom has a review on my website. There are reviews of that from actual
Oh, you
people
got a
that I've
lot of
worked
good reviews on your website. I've been looking at it. You got a
And so, yeah, anything pertaining to writing. I have some blog articles on a couple of websites. It's been a minute since I've been like a guest writer. And then I have blogs on my website. I write for Facebook on my posts. And then I'm working on a couple of projects of my own.
Oh, can we get a view of your project, or is it hush hush?
Actually, no, it's not hush hush. I don't mind
Okay.
talking about it.
Okay.
I'm working on a children's series,
Okay.
and by children, I mean grade school. Bless you. I mean grade school.
Grade school.
So yeah, grade school. So I'm working on a series. I'm actually gonna start with 5 books in that series. I have 2 down. And then the second project, the children's book is loosely based on my grandchildren.
Grandma, that timeout. Children. Oh my God,
Yeah,
black don't crack. It's a cliche, but it's true. I'm not gonna ask your age. My
I
God.
don't mind telling you, but we'll keep it hush
You don't
hush.
gotta tell your age. Forget all that. It's nobody's business. Let them. We're focusing on your works as a writer. But my God, I know you were a great. Oh my goodness. So go on. I didn't mean to interrupt. So you said you have a series of 5 children's book and 2 are already written.
Yes, yes, it's gonna be. I'm gonna start with 5 books in the series, and so
Is it a
2 of
certain
them.
theme? Is it a certain theme for the kids or?
It's really just about how kids view the world. It's written, like I said, loosely based on my grandchildren and how they view the world, their feelings, like what's going on now with the pandemic
Oh yeah.
and with the whole George Floyd um, police brutality thing and the protests that are happening, some of the riots, some of their feelings. How are children or how are parents explaining this? How are parents
I hadn't
explaining?
thought about that. I mean, it's obvious it's going to affect the kids, but since you have grandchildren around you, you write what you know, as the saying goes. So those are the perfect people to interview when you do design your children's book. So yeah, are you doing the illustration also?
I'm not doing the illustration, no. I'm not doing.
But
I'm actually
still, I mean,
looking.
the stories are going to be pretty cool from a kid's point of view.
And
Wow.
it's my the way children view death. I have a book. One of the books, is about death in the eyes of children, young
Mhm.
children, and how they view death and grief. So it's loosely based on my grandchildren.
Man, that's good. Do you have a working
And
title for it? I mean, obviously they're not finished yet, but you have like a working title for it, or?
okay, so the series is called The Fantastic Adventures of Boog and Munch. And so the book about grief is titled Sliced Tomatoes.
Okay,
And and then you're like,
I like
how
the
does a book
title.
Sliced Tomatoes deal with grief? Well, my aunt passed away 2 years ago,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
she loved. Thank you. She loved sliced tomatoes, and she was close to everyone in my family. Like we all just adored her, and how my grandsons and my niece, my nephew, my little cousin, how they're dealing. How they dealt with it then, and how they're still dealing with it now. And that's all I'm gonna give away. I ain't gonna tell too much, but
Right,
my
right.
aunt loved sliced tomatoes, and so I titled the book "Sliced Tomatoes."
That's gonna be cool. I don't have grandkids yet.
Just
Yeah.
wait, don't rush it.
I got one grown daughter, and I don't know. It's not like I'm not rushing it. I got a little gray in my hair. I guess I'm looking like a granddad now, but I don't have any grandchildren. But I got a lot of nieces. I got a lot of great nephews and nieces that are young. So maybe that's a book. Is it going to be? Is it going to be an ebook format or in paperback or
I'm
both?
gonna do both. I'm gonna do both because
Cool,
I'm finished. It's both in ebook and paperback.
cool.
And then the second project that I'm working on is a book of online dating tips.
Okay, let's get to it. You have a title for that one?
Um, I do not have a title for that one yet.
But
And
okay,
I was thinking, I'm playing around with a couple of titles. I don't want to put it out there and it not be the title. Um,
understandable, understandable.
but yeah, it's a book of online dating tips.
For grown,
I was,
some grown folk stuff coming in here, huh?
oh yeah, I was on doing some online dating, and as I would go through these different experiences, I would
Mhm.
post these online dating tips on Facebook. And so people kept saying, you need to put these in a book. You need to put these in a book. I enjoy reading these. And so I'm going to compile them and put some stories on there. It's going to be good.
I know it's going to be interesting the way you write. You're going to put some stories for background information, not just put the tips out there, but have a little story for each tip, right? I'm trying to.
Hmm.
I'm gonna talk to you after the show's over. I'm gonna find out. I know you want to hold it from the audience, but I'm gonna find out. Get that.
I'll tell this one story. Um, you know how you ever text somebody and you text the wrong person? Like you send like a
Allegedly,
whole
I may
text.
have done that. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I've done that. I used to do it all the time. Um, so I met this guy online, and his online name was Stutterer, and I didn't think anything of it until we
Oh,
moved from chatting online to talking on the phone.
okay.
So when I got him on the phone, he stuttered. And he stuttered
Pen name.
really
He
bad.
actually stuttered.
Yeah. He stuttered really, like really bad. He stuttered so bad that I started to pick it up. And so I texted my cousin when I got off the phone with him. And I said, "Did I tell you about the stutterer?" And I was waiting on her to respond. And I looked at the phone and I didn't text her. I texted him.
Oh my, that's embarrassing. What
Yeah,
happened?
so
What happened?
one of the
What happened? you already gave him an
I
A,
don't know.
so we're not gonna use his real name. So what happened?
I don't know what happened. I blocked him. I was so
Oh, before you got to
embarrassed.
respond.
I
You
was so embarrassed. I
You
blocked
wrong.
him.
You said, "Oh, I'm messed up." Oh, you blocked him before he could even respond. Well,
I was
play it.
looking at my phone. I was like, "Oh
Ooh.
my God." And I just, blocked him. So I don't know
Well, I can
what happened.
relate to it. It's the guy can find help for that. I still stutter to this day. I used to take Toastmasters when I was in the Air Force and just go to those groups, and you have to give a speech and you're forced to speak in front of crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Some people stutter one-on-one, and some people stutter within big crowds of people. And some people stutter all the time because I guess that they're nervous or their mind's working faster than their vocal cords, so they can express their words out. I still have to
But
deal with it myself, but I know that if that would have been me, and first of all, my name's the stutterer, so I gotta find some humor in that because that's my nickname on a dating app or dating site, the stutterer. You text me,
is it really?
I would call you back too, but I would have a good sense of humor about it. But damn, you blocked him, so the dude ain't gonna another bill.
Yeah, I blocked him. I was
Shiwana,
so
you
embarrassed.
ghosted him. It's like you ghosted right, and now you just ghosted him on the text.
I was too embarrassed. I was
I don't
so
blame
embarrassed.
you. It sounds embarrassing. So one of those stories like that are going to be in the book, the dating
Yes.
tip.
Yes.
It sounds like a real page turner. That's
Yeah. It's because I have some stories. Can't
yeah.
tell them all, but I got
I
some
know. I
stories, like
know.
some real life
Some
stories.
stories you have to keep to yourself, right?
Yeah. Now, yeah. I won't get all of them, but most of them.
So you get all this planned for 2020, 2021, or is just right now you just in the outline phase?
Um, I don't know. By the end of 2020, they both will be available or should be available. That's
I'm
the
a,
plan by the end of 2020.
I'm gonna get the children's book and for my great nieces because my niece and nephew are all grown, but they have children, so I have great nieces and nephews. Just be a nice little birthday gift for them. So
And if you know of any illustrators, I'm looking for an illustrator. I actually have one. I've actually talked to one young lady who's an artist. She does dope paintings. But I really want, the pictures to be bright and lively because, I want children to open up the book and be excited.
I could talk to you offline about it. I haven't used Illustrator in a long time, but he didn't work in children's book. But they're a small knit community. I knew these people before it was Facebook, so I have to. After the show's over, I'll contact them and I'll forward you their information. So you want
Okay, great.
illustrators? Okay. Look at
Yeah.
you. I wish we had more people asking questions about writers. People just lurking in the chat. It's not. I was hoping we had more people who are interested in poetry and writing to ask you any questions. Do you have any advice for any aspiring writers? How to get there? What to do?
Yeah,
With
just don't give up.
procrastination, like I've took a long time to write my first book and getting things done to get finished. Do you have any words of wisdom for people who want to do what you're doing now?
yeah, just don't give up. Don't stop. Like if you start writing something, just write. And I remember I was talking to you about having writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had writer's block since I told you I had writer's block. Like I just opened my laptop and started writing. And once I started writing, it just comes. So it doesn't matter what it is that you write, just write. And the story will come. And don't give up. Keep going. Believe that you can do it and you will.
And it's all words that are true.
It's all words. It's all words.
It's work. It's facts. And it doesn't matter how many times you've done it, whether it's your first book or you've written 20 books. It can happen to all of us. You sit there and you draw a blank. But you're right. You have to sit there and just kind of until it comes to you, even if it's trash, right? You write it anyway.
You write it anyway.
And they think it's just on writer's block. I was trying to have a play on words like this is our block where we hang out and we chop it up. Creative people, songwriters, musicians, writers, filmmakers. This is the writer's block, and everybody thinking, oh, I don't have writer's block. Why you want me on the show, Marcus? I said,
This is a great platform.
Thank you. I'm glad you came.
I'm so glad you invited me.
I thought you were just too busy, and because I know with that, I've been looking at the things you do on your webpage, and I thought you would be busy to even come on here. But thank you for blessing us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you don't have them call you grandma. You probably have them call you some little cute little nickname.
Yep, Gigi.
Gigi, yeah, because you don't really know granny. Hell no.
Yeah, you ain't calling me grandma.
Come back on again, like after you finish the children's books and the dating tip books, whatever comes first in the end of the year. Would you mind coming back on so we can get exclusive?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
All right. Again, thank you for coming on. I know you got a busy schedule, so again, thank you. And
thank you for having me, Marcus.
Happy writing, baby. All right. Peace.
Peace.
I'm so glad you came on.